When Sarasota physician Chris Gelvin talks to his patients, he inquires about sunscreen, seat belts, bike helmets, but he also wants to know about whether or not they own a gun. Do you routinely ask about gun ownership?
Well, I probably don't as much as I should, but we are trained to do that and ideally are supposed to do that.
And now a federal appeals court backs that up, striking down a state law that banned doctors from inquiring about weapons. But why would a doctor want to know if a patient owns a gun?
One example that comes to mind, if I have a patient with severe depression and I think maybe there's a chance for suicidal ideation, I may treat that patient differently if I know that there's gun ownership.
Dr. Gelvin says it may affect which medicines he prescribes, since he says some have side effects to depression or suicidal thoughts.
I would want to know about gun ownership in that situation as well, because I may not prescribe that medication otherwise.
Everybody wants to get involved in somebody else's expertise or business.
Owner of the Bullet Hole, Francis Missantone, says it's none of the doctor's business whether or not their patients own weapons. He says if there's a concern, ask the relatives.
And that's where they should talk to the family and say, what I'm prescribing to him or to her has side effects. If you own a gun in the house, don't ask him, do you own a gun? Say, if you have a gun in the house, then I would lock it up during this period of time or watch them closely. That's good doctoring. That's not invasion of privacy.
In fact, Missantone even wonders why doctors are curious. Listen to this.
The medical field, they may want to know about it for maybe they feel that they're doing inferior medicine and they're afraid the guy may retaliate.
But Missantone and the NRA aren't just battling doctors. They're also against the American Civil Liberties Union.
Well, we don't see a conflict between the First and Second Amendment.
ACLU's Michael Barfield says this is just common sense.
We never understood the state's logic of restricting doctors' ability to talk to their patients about things that could harm them. We've heard of, when I grew up in the 60s, there were chemicals in the house that needed to be secured. Pediatricians would ask these kind of questions. So it's not a doctor restricting the patient's ability to own or possess a firearm. It's just simply educating them about the dangers of an unsecured firearm.
Education or not, back at the Bullet Hole, Missantone says doctors should stick to medicine and leave gun issues to the experts.
Just like I don't have the right to tell you to take aspirin or Bufferin or go get Cialis or Viagra. It's not my business. I can't tell you that. That's not my expertise.
In Sarasota, Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.